Where you at, Berto?
Today we are going to be talking about how to attract a high value woman. We're going to be reacting to this young lady, giving us her thoughts. I'm going to give you all the facts, the cap, the real, then seal the deal. Come on, let's get right into it and see what it's talking about. Don't mind my stuttering throughout the video. Don't worry. I'm sure I stuttered more than you.
So this video is gonna get me canceled. Canceled with women specifically. I know I will be called a pick-me for some of the things I say. Not much I can do about that. Hi guys, so today I'm making a long-awaited video. I've made some videos talking about relationships on my TikTok.
Yo, her eyes are crazy, bro. They almost don't look real. Like, they dead ass don't look real. Like, I'm not trying to glaze right now. Are these contacts, gang? But it's like they do look real. That's crazy. She's AI, not gonna lie. There's no way.
But I decided to go a bit more in depth today and give you some tips on how to find a high value woman. We're gonna get started with the first tip. Honestly, the most basic one that still men somehow seem to get wrong. If you are with a woman that has different ideological, political, and religious beliefs than you,
appreciate the follow.
You're cooked. I don't want to get dragged online, but I will clarify what I mean. The current ideological agenda that a lot of women adhere to or conform to, it basically goes against your manhood. This is a simple one that guys still manage to fuck up. She is conforming to ideas that go against your manhood, your nature, anything that—
I was initially gonna say I disagree, but the more she's breaking it down, I agree. I feel like what I disagree with is I don't think that religion should be a reason why two people can't, figure it out together. But, at the end of the day, if your religion is so like against each other to where the point where it's like you guys can't see eye to eye, then, fair enough. But I do agree with the ideology thing. If you're dealing with a woman that is just fundamentally like she wants to be outside, or she wants to, have guy best friends, or just, all the above red flags of being in the streets. If we're just keeping it a spade, right? I definitely don't think you should be trying to align yourself or force that relationship. It's like clearly y'all aren't compatible. The only thing that you're essentially digging for out of that relationship is probably a lustful one. She looked good, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to miss out on a good time with a good looking woman. But I promise you, bro, what's always going to be more important than looks, I'm not saying you shouldn't care about it, because I do think it's important to look at your partner and feel attracted to your partner. Sure, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you shouldn't care about that. But what is so much more important than that is y'all being compatible, you being able to have genuine laughs, genuine moments, genuine conversations, see eye to eye, disagree and agree to disagree, make sacrifices, make compromises for each other. If you can't do that with your partner in a genuine way where it feels authentically like you're being yourself, you are going to be miserable in that relationship. Even if y'all don't break up for like cheating and stuff like that, let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt and say that everybody wants to be in a faithful relationship and she's giving her best effort. If you guys can't at least compromise with each other because y'all aren't on the same frequency of thought process, you're gonna be miserable, bro, and it's not worth it.
You do that is masculine will be deemed wrong. Or it needs to be nitpicked. Oh, it needs to be refined. That's not good enough. That's inappropriate. So if you have a girl that's constantly nagging at you, you can't say this, you can't do this, you can't think these things, imagine how the rest of your life will be. You are basically gonna be her bitch. It basically ruins the dynamic of your relationship because there's a power imbalance. Is this an equal partnership? What is this supposed to be? I see a lot of guys fall victim to this where they are so desperate, lonely, or whatever it is. Don't fall victim to that because it's honestly embarrassing. I see guys that are in these relationships and they wonder why they're confused, unfulfilled, unhappy. And she's the same way because a girl like that is never gonna be happy. And it's honestly kind of sad because those guys end up getting cuckified, they end up getting emasculated.
She's talking right now, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Emerald Eyes is speaking facts. Listen up, chat. What are we doing today, Berto? We're finishing up this react and then we're gonna get into some gaming after this.
Respected. What's even more sad is the fact that some guys don't even see that that's happening to them. It's like, woo, they don't know what it's like to be a masculine guy, be in a masculine position. Period. Not even in relationships, but just period. Like, they're just not that. There are a lot of feminine guys in this generation, and so they don't even know what they're missing. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're not a feminine guy. That's my biggest recommendation, and it's the most obvious one. A girl has a lot of potential if she already believes in the same things as you. Now, I would say the same thing vice versa. If you're a girl and you believe in certain things and you see a guy that's on a completely different political plane, political spectrum, or religious or ideological, that's not the person for you. I don't know why this...
Again, I've already broken down to y'all my thoughts. I feel like when it comes to politics and religion, ideally you should be able to find a middle ground there. But some people are so like brutal in those categories that I could see how it could not make sense as well.
This has become something that people try to fix. They think that they can take this into their own hands. It's not realistic. Don't do that. That's first tip. Moving on to the second tip. It's time for some self-reflection. As a guy, you want to look at yourself and optimize on every single aspect of yourself in order to find a high-value woman. That unfortunately does have to do with physical. If you're fat, it's already hard enough to be a young, fit, attractive guy. Can you imagine how much harder it will be if you're overweight? It's not working. First thing I would recommend, getting in shape, getting fit. Guys tend to do this thing where they think they know how to groom themselves and they don't. If you have a shaggy beard, if you have shaggy hair, get a trim, clean that shit up. You know how many guys I see that have insane potential, but they do not know how to dress themselves, groom themselves, and it ends up deterring women. Watch some TikToks or something. I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
We do too, Benz.
So
we do too.
It's not just about the physical.
She's talking right now, though.
You need to invest in yourself in a different way. I think there are also a lot of guys out there that have this preconceived notion that every single girl is a bitch and a hoe. They hold resentment toward women and they just kind of project this idea onto everybody. And trust me, there are so many...
Okay, and yeah, let me actually co-sign this. I'm talking to you right now, brother. You know, I know it's not all of you, but some of you. If you're sitting there right in your seat right now being like, oh, fucking all women are the same. I'm going to be single forever. I'm never going to get in a relationship. I hate women. You might be bisexual. I get it. It's a tough dating scene out there sometimes. I get it. I live in Houston, Jack. I live in Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? These girls are outside. You know what I'm saying? They for the streets. They're like, I don't need a man. I know. It's a tough crowd out there. But if you've subjected to the other option being single for the rest of your life and I hate women, then hey, bro, you're not one of us. You clearly are not man enough to step up to the plate and figure it out. Okay? So at some point, you need to stop pointing the finger and maybe look a little bit inward. Like, yes, there's some bad apples out there, but there's some good ones too. And I'm going to be quite honest. The good ones, they want to be with good ones as well. You might be part of the problem.
Accuracies. That's true to a degree. The hoflation and the hopocalypse that's upon us. Yes. Once you start losing hope and holding resentment toward women in that sense, you kind of begin to project this energy of 1 sec.
Juke just made a good point in the chat. You don't have to optimize in every single thing of yourself. You don't have to be fit to get a great woman. Fat men can find high value women if they shine in other areas. And that is 100% true. I 100% co-sign, and what Juke said is 100% facts. But what I will say is, regardless, I feel like a lot of people that struggle with optimizing everything or anything in their life, they struggle with knowing where to start. And one thing I will always 100% stand by, and why I advise a lot of you guys to start with the gym, start with getting in shape, is because you look good, you feel good, you're more sharp in the mind, and you have more opportunities to make better decisions. So that's why I say, if you don't know where to start, you don't know how to optimize, I think getting in the gym and getting your health right is a great place. But what Juke said in chat is also very, very, very true. What's up, Berto? What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? What's good? Welcome to the stream, brother.
This is something that I see that's very, very prevalent on X or on Reddit. They genuinely like hate women. They hate whores specifically, which I understand. Just because a girl is attractive or she's nice to you doesn't automatically mean she's a whore. It gets kind of sad because I'm like, listen, you let these bitches get to you so bad, or you let social media brainwash you to the point where you genuinely believe that every woman is a fucking whore and bitch.
Yo, real quick, before we get back into the video, I know you guys usually skip these type of ads, but give me 1 second. My guys over at Free Cash are sponsoring this video, and if you like money, I think you'd like to stick around. Free Cash is an application where you can earn free money just for playing games. It is 100% free to sign up using the QR code on the screen or the link in my description. Only thing that you're gonna need is an email or a password. And the games on this platform are actually fun, and all you have to do is complete basic missions and very simple tasks to reach the requirements to actually get paid. And as soon as you do that, they credit your account right away with real money that you can use in the real world. I'm talking about gift cards, PayPal, however you need to get your funds, they got it. And something that I've been seeing a little bit y'all talking about is like, oh, they're collecting my data. Listen, they only track your progress so they know when to pay you. And let me break down exactly why they're paying you free cash in the first place. The games that are on these platforms are trying to get exposure. So the games pay free cash to pay you guys to play the games. If you really think about it, it's just business. It's a win-win situation. These games get more people onto their platform playing their games, and you get a little bit of extra chicken in your pockets. And I've had so many of you guys reach out to me already saying that you've made $5 to $10 just playing games that you would be playing for free anyway. And I know $5 to $10 isn't like life-changing money, but it's free money to play games on your phone. And the crazy part is I've actually had people tell me that they've had crazy payouts like $500, one even $1,000. I'm not saying to quit your day job, but the fact that that's even possible, I mean, bro, it's free. So if you ask me, there's really nothing to lose, just everything to gain, honestly, if you like playing games on your free time. So click the link in my description or try the QR code on my screen to sign up for free, and you'll even get a $5 bonus using my stuff. I love y'all. Where you at, family? Let's get right back into the video.
Where you at, Berto? Once you separate yourself from this concept, you might actually be able to attract a woman of high value because you aren't projecting this idea out there. I don't know what it is, but girls can kind of sniff out when you fucking hate them.
Yeah, I mean, and this is not just a girl thing. I mean, I think it's a people thing. If your energy is just weird, like people are gonna pick up on like, yo, why is this nigga just like awkward? It just feels like he feels like he got some sinister energy, like he about to do something evil. Like, calm your ass down.
Another thing that I recommend doing is a change of attitude, honestly. How else are you supposed to find your future wife if you think that she's a fucking whore?
Factual.
I do want to say, when I say change your attitude, I don't mean that in a rude and bitchy way, like another girl being like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you're not good enough. It's not that, because honestly, I agree. There are a lot of girls are bitches and whores nowadays. Pretty clear online. But there are still diamonds in the rough. There are still gems, and your wife is still out there. So you can't keep projecting this idea because you're waiting to be proven wrong. It's not that you should be waiting to be proven wrong. You should just believe that you deserve this good woman, that you can attract your queen, your wife, your whatever. But now we're gonna break down some more ways to actually attract. You're optimizing your looks and your attitude. Then I think you need to go into some rejection therapy. It's time to gain some confidence. Now, this is something that a lot of guys are missing. They don't know how to talk to women. They don't know how to have any finesse. I was gonna say charisma, like anything. They don't know what they're doing. A lot of guys end up being either extremely polite, almost a nerd, but then also there are guys that aren't respectful enough. So it's about having the discernment to figure out where you go, right? It's about having a little bit of both, and that takes some practice. So you need to go out to a public place, go to a mall, and find 20 girls and have a real conversation with them and ask them for their phone number. No Snapchat, no Instagram. Whoever is doing that is lost on me. Ask for their phone number. I get maybe girls nowadays are like, oh, he's a creepy ass for my number. Snapchat or Instagram seems less invasive, but trust me, just ask for their phone number. Be willing to take the rejection. If you are rejected 20 times, I'm sorry. This is the thing that you need to do.
She used nerd in a derogatory way. She kind of did, low-key, I'm not gonna lie.
To sharpen up your social skills, be able to take an L.
But I'll just have y'all know, like, I'd rather be a nerd doesn't have to be a negative thing. So I don't know if she was just getting that off in her brain. I mean, I really don't give a fuck what she was saying. But what I do know is, like, don't be afraid to be a nerd. Like, I'm a nerd. I'm the biggest, probably one of the biggest nerds in my friend group, honestly. But like, that doesn't make me any less, valuable as a man. Like, If anything, it makes me more valuable. You know what I'm saying? I'm a problem solver. I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? I might not be book smart, but you know, my lady's always gonna feel like safe around me and know that I'm gonna get shit done. So, you know, don't feel like a nerd is a negative thing.
To your face. I think guys are a lot better at doing that than women. Guys are the marble and they're also the sculptor. You are the one that is putting yourself through pain in order to gain something. Because that is a painful experience. Taking rejection to your face, doing all these things that people don't really do anymore. It's easier to just slide up on a girl's story, right? I don't think that's crazy. I've done rejection therapy. It's amazing. It is great to finesse your skills a bit. So those are the 3 things that...
There's some truth to what she's saying, though. I think guys, get out there. I've said this multiple times before. You know, just start conversation, bro. You know, the more you get rejected, the less it hurts, and the less it hurts, the more confident you can operate in an uncomfortable space. So the biggest thing is not just rejection, but just get comfortable being uncomfortable. And before you know it, you find comfort in those uncomfortable situations. Now, instead of stuttering, instead of, you know, not knowing what to say, you find yourself just kind of flowing. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You want to be able to talk to the girl that you're interested in the same way that you talk to your friends. Carefree, loose, you know, with charisma, able to crack a joke. You know, you don't want to be like this NPC that's just, oh, hey, how was your day today? Oh, good. Fuck, what are you doing after this? Oh, nice. It's weird. You want to have genuine, great conversations in the same way that you would. Maybe you go off into random banter about a movie or, you know, about your favorite, I don't know, whatever you're into, like, but just conversation, you know, when you're just having good conversation, it flows in so many different directions. It's not so surface level. It's the shit that, is kind of nerdy. You know, you kind of nerd out about certain shit. And the best way to do that and to get into that flow state when you're speaking to random people is to just have more conversations with random people. I was in the elevator the other day. I think it was actually yesterday. And a woman that I've never seen before, mind you, she's a more like, I don't want to say elderly women, but she was probably like, maybe she's like in 35s. I wouldn't be surprised she had kids. I've just never seen her before in my apartment. And she just had a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. And I was just like, damn, where'd you get that from? Because, you know, where I live, the closest Krispy Kreme to me is like 35 minutes away, 35-minute drive. So I was genuinely curious. And I could have just, you know, kept to myself and been like shy or whatever, like, you know, oh, I don't know her, I don't want to talk to her. No, I just literally I said, damn, Krispy Kreme, where'd you get that? And then she was just like, oh, I work for this law firm, blah, blah, blah. They just had a donut party and they were just giving them out. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, yeah, you know, and then we kind of started talking about Krispy Kreme donuts. And she's like, hey, you want one? And I was like, yeah. Had a donut. And I was happy as fuck. And I made a new friend in the elevator that lives literally on the same floor as me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like simple. It don't got to be that deep, bro. You can make conversation out of anything. Again, that's not necessarily an example of somebody that I was trying to be intimate with, but that's how you practice just having conversation, bro. Anyways.
I would say you need to do in order to optimize on yourself. We're gonna move on to the next tip, discernment. This is about gauging, filtering, understanding, and being able to tell when someone's full of bullshit. So I've seen this question a lot online. Guys are like, where do I find a high value woman? Do I go to church? Where do I go? And they think there's this like magical cure-all answer as to like, oh yeah, your wife is actually at this address in this specific building. Yeah, that's not how it works. You could go to...
What kind of donuts do you like, Berto? I mean, there's a whole bunch of different donuts that I like, but man, just a real good, hot, fresh, good old regular glazed donut. Somehow that always seems to be like the peak. But you know what I'm saying? If it's just like a not hot, fresh, regularly glazed donut, you know, obviously I can go for like the vanilla or the strawberry frosted and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, bro, like when a just perfect hot and ready glazed donut is good, It's really the top tier one, bro.
Church. You could go anywhere and still find worldly and earthly people that aren't your wife, okay? Going to church does not guarantee that you're gonna find a good, clean, nice Christian
Definitely
girl.
not.
Just putting that out there.
I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to speak badly of church in general or finding someone there. You can find the love of your life. I mean, yeah, but bro, she put this little disclaimer, but she really didn't need to. Like, bad people go to church, just so you know. Bad people go to church all the time. One, they're trying to get their life together, so they're trying to do better, good for them. Or some people are just evil people every day in life, and then they go to church thinking that just because they go to church, they're good, they're a good person, but they do bad things every day in life. You know what I'm saying? All that to say, that's not just a church exclusive thing. That is a worldwide thing. Like, that is just everywhere. That is just people. So again, the more you talk, the more you get rejected, the more you get hurt in this life, the more put yourself out there, you're going to learn things, you're going to learn lessons and learn how to deal with people and start to see red flags. And that's how you learn discernment.
I think there's this preconceived notion that it's that easy, but it's not. I mean, it's the same with guys. You think I'm gonna go to church and find my husband there? Maybe there are some contenders, but again, you need to learn how to filter them out. Before you even start talking to women too, you need to make sure that
Nigga said, are you gay? I'm not answering that. The fuck I look like, nigga?
Don't get emotionally involved. I've seen it before where guys are like, no, I'm gonna be able to tell if she's a hoe or if she's a bitch, all these things. And then the first girl that they talk to that's even somewhat nice and interesting and pretty to them, they fall victim. And these girls are able to manipulate you like that. I'm gonna be so real with you. Fuck, what was I talking about before? Yes, you want to make sure that you guard your feelings first. You are bound to come across a hoe and a bitch. You are bound to come across the girls that are performing. They say the things that they think you want to hear. And then you're like, oh, this is a nice girl, all these things. And then you find out that she's actually a fucking whore who's ran through. You need to be able to tell. And that takes some time. Be keen. It's time to be sharp. You're looking for your future wife. And if you see red flags, that's it. This isn't my person. No matter if she checks off all the things, but she's missing 2 things on the list, those 2 things are make it or break it. Okay, I forgot to add this, so I'm adding this in right now, but I did want to say, when you are filtering a girl out, you need to ask some serious questions. Guys don't really like to do that. You need to ask her about her body count. You need to ask her about what she believes in, her past. You gotta get up in there. And if she's lying because people like to perform, you might not.
I'll tell you this, though. I feel like the older you get, I've said this before. People, had mixed reviews about it. I'm not going to say that it's law, so I'll put that out there. But, bro, I'm not asking no girl her body count, bro. I don't want to know, gang. I don't want to know. Too many girls out here fucking and sucking nowadays, man. And I don't want to judge y'all. I want to genuinely get to know you. And here's what I'll say. I feel like way before I ever know what a girl's body count is, there's going to be so many green or red flags that will tell me everything that I need to know. You feel me? So that will be what I use to be like, all right, I'm rocking with her or I'm not. But man, you telling me my wife, the girl of my dreams, we vibing, we doing, you know what I'm saying? We in good vibes. I'm about ready to be like, will you be mine? And then she drop a bombshell on my ass talking about my body counting, huh? Now I'm tossing and turning in my sleep like, no! Can't go for that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and not ask that question.
No, right off the bat. But
you might want to ask, Berto, too many motherfuckers walking around with STDs. Well, this is the thing, though. I ain't going to ask for the body count, but I guarantee you I'm going to ask for them test results. I'm going to need to see them test results. I ain't going to ask for the body count. I'm going to just ask for hey, we need to go get tested. I need to see what your situation talking about. And I can't just take your word for it, my love. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then maybe we're not compatible. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need to see them test results for sure.
But over time, you will be able to discern from her behavior whether or not she actually is or isn't some of the things that she's claiming. You need to do the work. A lot of time when people have these horrible relationships, you have to look at yourself and be like, well, maybe I made a mistake. You didn't discern her and filter her out properly and figure out that this person wasn't for you from the jump. I would recommend being extremely diligent about who she is, her past, her story, what she thinks, if she's saying all of these things, and then her likes on Instagram are different than what she's saying. Like, use your brain. You have to be inquisitive. I'm not saying you have to invest a lot of time either, especially if you're doing this with a multitude of women, but just be smart about it. And that takes being around women more often. Another thing is, girls like two kinds of guys. They like...
That's facts, what you just said. Caring about body count is a young person thing, but when you get older, it's more about the number of children. I would agree with that. I would agree with that because I think that's where I'm at. I feel like at my phase of life, at 29, I'm looking at it like, I care less about how many bodies you got. Do you got any kids though? You know, the kids is kind of like, I don't want to say it's a turnoff, but right now where I'm at in my life, the idea of taking care of somebody else's kid is nowhere in the plans. So it's like, if you have a kid, you're already kind of not really an option for me at this age, you know, and again, but I feel like, you know, maybe the older a nigga get, maybe that becomes less of a problem. Of course, Bert would be, of course, Bert would be at that point, unk ass. Hey man, I'm telling you, y'all gonna get old too, bro. Y'all gonna get old too, and you gonna change your mind about certain shit.
The bad guys that treat them like shit and are players and are disrespectful to them, but they degrade them in a way that women like to be degraded, even though they say they don't like it. It's kind of weird. They do. A lot of them are gonna watch this and be like, no, they don't. No, I don't. I don't recommend being that guy. You don't want to be a piece of shit. Kids is crazy. But then the second guy that they always go for, or that they like, or that...
I actually love kids. But like, again, if I'm dating you and you're supposed to be my partner, like, I don't want you to have kids. I'm not taking care of another nigga's kids. But I do love kids. Like I've always been good with kids. I'm the oldest of 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been a big brother. Why are y'all saying ayo and whoa? Oh my God. Y'all, come on, man. I'm hearing what y'all just heard, but it was very much within context. Like, come on, bruh. Why can't a nigga just talk, bruh? Damn. Society is so cooked, I can't even say just regular things. I'm just gonna continue the video, bruh.
They even chase as a Chad. You wanna reach Chad status. Let me break down how to do that. So like I was saying, you need to identify your weaknesses. So you could be short, built, and you have charisma, great. Or if you can banter well and you're flirty and you have a confidence, but you don't have a lot of money. I know you were joking, but shit. They can kind of offset each other, which is a good thing. You don't have to have all these things. You don't have to be extremely fit, extremely attractive, and have a ton of money and be rich and have a bunch of riz. You don't have to be all those things. You can still attract a woman without some of those qualities. You just need to give the aura of a Chad. Does that make sense? That is what I call Chad status. Chads are effortless. You want to act effortless. So I think that's really important. That's like one of my favorite tips. It's kind of a fake it till you make it until you kind of believe it, because then you realize some of those things aren't important. When you look online and you see these guys that are overweight, aren't super tall, but they still pulled a really attractive girl, you're like, what the hell did this guy do that got him her? Like, I'm better than that guy and I don't even have a girl like that. That's because he reached Chad status and you don't know. He might not look like it. He could have money, he could be providing for her, funny and witty and personable, and everybody likes him. You don't have to get a height surgery.
All right, I think I'm kind of just over this video, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, for the most part, shout out to Shorty. I feel like she said a lot of good points. I gave y'all my feedback, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'll link the original video below if you guys want to go check her out. And you already know what it is. Where you at, family? Tap into the Twitch streams so you never miss a live stream reaction. We're also gaming. We're about to get into some gaming right now. So, hey, if you're not here, you're missing out on that. Love y'all so much. I'll see you on the next video.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.